Alright guys, welcome here to the semifinals of the Blitzkrieg battle. We are going to have the Ocelots of the Czech Republic going up against Asocial here on Coastal, and Jackus real quick to push inside over here towards the A apartments and go ahead and keep the frags rolling for the Ocelots. They are tagging up everybody. Undead finally gets a kill here. So we're already well into the thick of it. I'm Dust, joined by Vince. So we try to see if Asocial can recover, but it doesn't look that way.
Yep, looks like this round is a rip, and we've actually had 2 players drop, so I'm not sure what that's all about, but I'd assume we're going to have a pause after this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Did they drop after they died? Because if so, we would just continue on, but if not, we may have to restart. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll find out.
Yep, we'll find out soon enough. But in terms of this round, it does look like it's done. Duck, the only player left alive, and he is being encircled by very angry Axis players on Ocelot. A couple of these names I'm going to have problems with. I can already tell you that.
Yeah, just to give you a little bit of a rundown about Ocelots, I was able to talk with Davies, who is a guy who's a COD veteran from the European scene. Some people will certainly recognize that name. Yeah, Duck does go down there. So some of these guys apparently have been playing Call of Duty 2 since like 2007 and have continued playing that game since. And, you know, so they've been playing that game for like 10, 11 years. And apparently they are quite good. Apparently they've been practicing as a team since the closed beta came out. So they're one of the more practiced, I guess, and experienced teams together as a 5 in Battalion 1944. Obviously all hailing from the Czech Republic, from what I understand. Apparently Swalker and Elzoy, their scope, are some of the players to really keep an eye on. In fact, some of them are apparently even kind of like in their young 20s. They weren't really around, I guess, in COD 2's heyday, but they came a little bit later on, and they've been playing it since. And so, kind of coming from that, they were certainly one of the teams that apparently people really had an eye on to do well in this tournament, outside of the computer players and the people over at Article 51, who have already actually both been eliminated in the quarterfinal matches on good old Banner V2. But now we're on Coastal. Again, we already saw Ocelots take the first round, but now we're on the round number 2. Everyone's back into the server. Ocelots on the defense here.
Do we know how Pro Grip got on? Are they still in the event?
I'm not sure. Might be on the other side of the bracket.
Surprised if all of them have gone out already, but you say Ocelot looking good for the time being. Undead has been tagged, but he's going to be able to regen off of grenades. Swalker's looking to go for a quick cheeky peek, but it's going to be Vetkin who actually comes out ahead with the spray down. You know, afford them a little bit of leeway, a little bit of wiggle room to get the bomb planted. In fact, they actually come off the bomb. Maybe a little bit too antsy, a potential push down the staircase to their right on the ramp. Didn't want to lose the bomb out in a horrible position, but now Duck and SNX against 4 players.
Jackus is on the flank as well. Could get behind Duck and SNX. Duck may go back to look for it. So he knows it could be a possibility. Swalker taking down SNX in the meantime.
Oh, Duck. Okay. He's making this interesting. He's also taking cards away and taking them for his team. So this is doing a lot of damage. It's going to be starting to sting for Ocelot, even though they should take this round. And did he just catch a glimpse of the player prone? It looked like he may have, just behind the truck.
You can tell Kopi knows that he could be going to the other side. But now he will go ahead and take his plant. But Elzoy, waiting in wooden, will take the peek with the Tommy gun. Puts him down with the headshot, in fact. So it's 2 rounds for Ocelot. And guys in chat, I know some of you guys are Ocelots fans, and obviously we're kind of new to all this, so please pardon us. But if you know how to pronounce these names a little bit better than you're hearing us do it, we appreciate it. Because right now I think it's Elzoy, Swalker, Jackus, Kopi, and then Ethnic Trin. That I can't help you on that one. I have no idea.
Yeah, I assume that's Copy. Yeah, the last name, the 2 E's are the ones that I'm just going to struggle with. Elzoy and Ekniktrin. Yes.
I got nothing.
Do let us know in chat, boys and girls. For we are just mere CSGO casting plebs who are trying to make the beautiful journey across the battalion.
Indeed. Obviously, Vince has had his roots in COD 4 Pro Mod, so he's a little bit familiar with the COD 4 boys, but these are some COD 2 folks, so we are not in the know, but we are trying to learn.
I mean, before that, I was in COD 2 a lot more than COD 4, but yeah, these guys
came later, from what I understand.
Yeah, I haven't played COD 2 actively in probably a decade at this point. So yeah, it's been a hot minute. Oh, apparently ProGrip lost in round 2.
Okay.
Damn. So the 3 favorite teams are they're all ripping pepperonis. They're all gone.
Seems that way. So we are going to see a lot of the members of Asocial looking to attack coast side right now. Copy has actually pushed inside the apartments. Up close, could be looking for some kills against Undead and Duck. He's right there in front of him, but Undead actually is the one to silence him with the shotgun. And now Elzoy, he's in for a hard time. He's getting kind of pinched around over on the coast side, but he lands the shot onto Undead with the scope. Staying alive as best he can.
It is the 2 E's left. 2 unpronounceable names. And Elzoy is the first to chime in. This is going to alleviate some of the pressure. You can hear there is a player just down to his right-hand side. Made a little bit of noise just beforehand. Now going to start to walk towards him. Crouching, aiming down his sights. Elzoy not going to be caught out of position, though. It looked like he was about to get plucked out, but still landed the no-scope, point-blank range. And now a 1-on-2 with 38 seconds left. Make it a 2v0. First round to Asocial. Welcome to the scoreboard.
Yeah, really well done. I have to say, though, Elzoy certainly was putting the good effort there with that scope on the stairwell, hitting some nice close-range shots and giving his team a chance there. But in the end, Asocial being able to control middle really well, getting the better end of the deal on a lot of the trades that we were seeing taking place over here. And with that, they will take the round 1-2. Still very early days here on Coastal. As Asocial will look again to kind of cross mid-street here. Maybe start attacking over towards that B-bomb site. There's one player over there. We do have Elzoy and Swalker who have both pushed Connector House. So they're going to be right in the thick of things here soon.
No nades left for the allies. Could be a bit of a concern. Especially as they've lost the first player as well. Whereas there is a HE and some smokes for the Axis side. Elzoy's picked up a second, and there's Jackis as well. Just as soon as the allies start to get some momentum, it's been taken away from them. The bomb's been dropped out to add to all the rest of their woes. And Kvetkin, who had a great performance against computer players, is going to be unable to even get a single kill in this round. So that's a pretty solid way of bouncing back. Not only do they win the round, but they lose no cards either. It's going to do the world of good towards their card distribution.
Yeah, so apparently Copy is right, and then we're going to go with Etney for the other guy.
Etney.
And then Elzoy. We'll keep it like that. Until someone corrects us, that's, I think, our best way of approaching forward. Someone in chat mentioned that's how you pronounce some of those names. So I'm just going to go with them because I know nothing, so I'll just have to trust in Twitch chat, if you can believe that.
That's dangerous slippery slope, dude.
It really is, but we're going to try it. As Asocial looking to attack into the A apartments and coast with a set nade from Etney. We'll take down Duck right away. And look at Ocelot's forward presence in middle right now. They control so much of the map that Asocial would love to have. They're just basically boxed in on the coastline. And they're getting picked apart right now.
Yeah, they can't get out of the arches at this point. Kvetkin and Undead try and rummage together some kind of a master plan. But again, reminiscent to the last round, they have a lack of nades. They've got a HE and a smoke between the two of them. That's a hell of a shot, though, onto Copy. But he's not going to get a second. Elzoy seems on point with this card scoped. He means he just hasn't missed a single shot from what I've seen. And now Undead, the arduous task of 1v3 clutching with a Garand. Good luck to you, man.
Yeah, it's always been one of the sharpest snipers we've seen so far this tournament. I mean, obviously, Klimaxu was really hot. Even though his team's been eliminated, he looked individually really good. But yeah, this Elzoy guy's been on point, and Swalker will be the one to finish the job. They're on to Undead. 4-1 up now is Ocelot. You know, this is, again, a semifinal best-of-1, loser eliminated winner, move on to the best-of-3 grand finals. So definitely a good time to be in good form.
Yeah, I'd say that the most impressive snipers that we've seen so far, in my opinion, Blackmane was great as well earlier for Article 51, especially on Liberation, on the Allied side. But Elzoy, yeah, I mean, so far he has been pretty much single-handedly tearing them apart. He's 10-1, just to put it in perspective. He's more than double anyone else's frags on the entire server. And of course, Caster's Curse sets in, talk good things about him, and he gets naded straight away, and he's gone. This is one of the best chances that the Allies have had Asocial need to capitalize on this, and capitalize they shall. Kvetkin comes in with another one. It's Copy with his MP40 that's trying to get round the back of them, but his teammate's now been found out. 1 on 5. How much damage can he inflict before he inevitably goes the way of extinction?
Indeed, that is the question here. Bomb's been planted. Copy just sitting here inside the A house. Does pick up a sniper. Maybe at least collecting a card. Does get taken down though by Kvetkin right away, and so it will be 2-4. Asocial trying to keep the gap as reasonable as possible. Really well done. Particularly the set nade is really what kind of kicked that all off, being able to get into middle.
Just having a quick look at the card distribution. Not too many nades on the allied side, but then again, the same could be said for Axis. Of course, Ellsworth is going to be taking that scope. Why the hell not? The way he's been playing that nade is absolute filth. But nearly got 3. Kvetkin's down to just 3 HP. Gets finished off by Swarka. That grenade was absolutely ridiculous. Landed by the feet of 2 of the players.
Yeah, just undead left now in a 1 versus 3. He is over on coast. See what he's going to be able to do by himself. He's got the M1 Grand in hand. Does have some time, over a minute still left on the clock, but those set nades just did so much early damage, and it's just left him with lots of time to think about how the hell do I win this 1 versus 3. So he's creeping towards the A house. It has been left kind of open as Ocelot controls middle. He'll try to run in and go for the plant, but he has to clear everything first. He can't know that no one's inside this house. There's even like a dead-end 3rd story on the stairwell in the back end, and as soon as he crosses the door, Ellsworth with the scope puts him in the graveyard. It's now 5-2 for Ocelot, and man, Ellsworth has been mighty sharp with that scope. He's been fun to watch.
Yeah, the round started in pretty much a catastrophe for Asocial and Copies, and they took 2 of them out, and Kvetkin was basically finished off afterwards. But yeah, then Ellsworth steps up and he just cleans up the rest. They can't even get anything done against this guy. He has been absolutely ridiculous. 12-2. Currently
only played 7 rounds.
Yeah. He's been it's not even like he's been sort of cleaning up the kills and not doing much. He's been very impactful. He's been typically getting the first kills. This time though, it will be the first blood once again being drawn by Ocelot. Although Swak is down to 1 HP, literally just a 1 HP dream. He's going to start to get that health back. However, he's been finished off by Asocial's SNX, and the bomb plant will follow. A good chance again for the allies to capitalize and get themselves around on the board. But Ellsworth still alive.
Indeed, you always got to worry about him. And look, speak of the devil, already a headshot here as he tries to come around the back halls of the stairwell. And all of a sudden, Jack is coming with the MP40. There's only 1 member left. It is going to be undead, and Ellsworth finishes him with the Luger. And so that means the defuse will come in. And as you noted, that was, Asocial's chance to finally win a round. I think they had a 4-on-3 after it was all said and done. And they got the bomb down, but Jackus and Ellsworth, man, tearing it through.
I mean, Asocial must be sat there right now kicking themselves because they had every advantage. They got the opening 2 picks. They're on the site. They get the bomb planted, and then Ellsworth just steps up again. 14 kills now. And you got to think, like, what the hell can we possibly do here to deal with this guy?
Yeah, that's really the question, isn't it? It looks like they're going to refocus their efforts back on Coastal again, see if they can't push the C front and see what they can get done at A. They're moving very fast with a lot of SMGs and default. No scope weapons, but Swalker has a scope as well this time around. Ellsworth up inside the site with his own. A-House is getting surrounded, but Ellsworth is just popping off.
Just ridiculous. Position has been given away as well, just outside of the site on A. Duck going to be trying to move his way up the stairs. He's only got a pistol, though. And surely, as soon as he comes through here, he's a dead man to the MP40. 7-2. Already a brutal half. And you have to feel here, Dust, it's going to get a whole lot more one-sided.
It certainly feels that way, doesn't it? Cards have to be running low at this point for Asocial. We see them coming into this one. They do have a couple of heavies. A couple of bars going to be put to use. That is a one-shot headshot auto weapon, so if they can be accurate. Maybe they could make something happen here, as again, they're going to be looking to attack over towards middle. Lots of smokes going down, putting up a wall around the train, trying to limit Elzoy's vision, but he can still see these wooden halls. He does spot one jump out, he misses, but his teammate collects. And then he will come out with one himself. So opening kills going the way of the Ocelots. Asocial chiming back, though.
Kvitkin comes in for actually 2 assists, and then Jack is from the side, going to pounce for 1. Nearly a second, and it finally will be, courtesy of Copy. Their bot was down to 1 health. Now Kvitkin, with his STG, his Stog, is going to try and see if he can somehow pull this out the fire. But again, another round where Asocial, they had chances, they had the opportunity to take this round and make it theirs, but they just seem to stumble and slip at the last hurdle every single time.
Well, for that round, they had the fight from behind, right? I mean, you did have the opening 2 kills coming out from Ocelot over there at middle towards the broken wall, but Asocial were able to strike back. It's just, in the chaos of it all in the mid-round, it was Ocelots who were able to take the edge. Now they're up 8-2, just a couple of rounds left to play in this half, and Ocelots could be seeing double digits before we even transfer sides if this type of play keeps up from them. So we are going to see again another focus on the C front here by Asocial. Kvitkin's already pushed well up over towards the A house. With Swalker controlling middle, you have Copy and Jack is here as well.
4-4 trade, one of the better starts that Asocial have had over the duration of Coastal. And my server just died, which is lovely.
Oh, no, not like this. I guess we'll just replay from 8-2, unless it's just us who got kicked. Something tells me that we may have to replay that round. Which, to be fair, it was an even exchange, so it's not that bad we have to replay the round. I guess it could be worse, is my point. Like, it could have been like a 5-on-1, and then you have to replay the round.
Well, my concern there is that hasn't happened to us yet, unless we were changing maps. So I'm hoping the server hasn't died altogether. I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah, me as well. Obviously, the server's died, then you have to basically restart the whole half. You can't just match medic from 8-2. But basically, we just have to play 2 rounds, and again, you know, because of the cards, everyone would be back at max cards again, so that plays into it also. It's a difficult situation, really. Just don't have the tools yet in this game to fine-tune, redo things.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I can't get back on the server.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get back in either. I just retried, and I think I'm loading in, but it's on Manor House V2, so I may have kicked back to an older map. We have to switch back to Coastal, and then again, just kind of restart everything.
You hate to see it.
It's a real feels bad man moment.
I guess we turn to chat again. We hope that these fine gents and ladies have some questions for us, I guess, until we find out some info.
Yeah, tweet us questions. I'm milking it.
Damn.
You can tweet your questions to @OnFireEvents or @FollowDust. Because it's hard to keep up with chat because it's delayed. And then I can't go scroll back up and like read questions that someone may have posted 5 or 10 minutes ago. But if it's on Twitter, I can easily go check my tweets and just go in chronological order whenever we have room to fit in questions. So it's not a full sellout. You don't even have to follow me. You can just tweet, you know? So trying to make it as non-sellout as possible, basically. So @FollowDust, @OnFireEvents on Twitter. Don't even have to follow, but send us your questions there so we can keep better track of them. Because I'm not sure what happens next at this point. This is one of the worst time crashes we've had. Other times it would happen at like halftime, no big deal, doesn't even matter. But that one was mid-half, so we'll have to see how they want to do it. We know the score was 8-2, that's for certain. So there's only 2 rounds left to play.
I am reconnecting to the server, but it's now a Manor House.
Yep, I'm already in there as well. Same story.
Maybe the server just had like a hard restart. I guess we'll find out soon.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
players are on the server now, so we'll see what the deal with that was. Right, they're restarting the server again, so I assume we're going to be heading back to Coastal.
Yep.
Right, so today then, Dust, I'll just ask the questions because I haven't received anything just yet. I'll ask you a question. Sure. Other than Elzoy, because he's obviously fresh in our mind right now and he's been having a blinding performance, who for you has been the standout player over the duration of this event that you've looked up and you feel, wow, this guy's a beast?
Duffer. Yeah. Certainly was a beast.
Fair.
In that Liberation game. Climaxu and Miracle are very good on that match against Asocial on Manor House V2. Kvetkin's been pretty impressive at times, I feel like, from Asocial. He's been the name I feel like I've called out more times than not when I've been talking about Asocial getting kills. So that's a few.
Yeah, Duff was very impressive. I mean, obviously, if anyone, and I assume there's quite a few people in chat that used to watch COD 4, this guy was a monster for Reason Gaming. He was an SMG player, very aggressive. He still loved himself the AK-74U. And he saw glimpses of that on Liberation earlier against the Finnish team that they played. Torpu, wasn't it? Team Torpu, I think?
Turpo, yeah, something like that. I did get a Twitter question in. Remember, you can hit your questions up to us at FollowDust, at OnFireEvents. Question is from Tuxip. I'll just pose it to both of us. It was to me, but we can both answer it. He asked, remember, this is a really good question, by the way, Vince. It's really topical. Do you like potatoes?
I mean, I'm not against potatoes. You know, they're a pretty versatile food. You can make.
I try to avoid them now because I'm trying to eat healthy. But I mean, I'm a sucker for French fries, which is fried potatoes. Home fries are good too. So I'm not like a big baked potato person. I like me some garlic mashed potatoes, so I'll definitely take that.
Apparently, here's a little bit of a slight tidbit for you.
Okay.
You know Penn from Penn and Teller?
Where is this headed?
Big dude, right? Very tall. Used to be pretty heavy as well. I think he was over 300 pounds.
Ooh, okay.
Apparently, he lost 100 pounds, and the way he started it off was just eating potatoes for the first 2 weeks. And he shed a whole bunch of weight from that. So, there you go.
Well then.
The game just crashed. Love it.
Somehow we went from battalion to potatoes to Penn and Teller. What a crazy jump.
Mate, that's what happens after you've been casting for like 7 hours. Your brain starts to go to weird places.
We have indeed been here for 7 hours. Yeah, you're right. Fuck.
Casual F1, of course. Beautiful.
We're not sponsored yet. So we are getting live. Remember, it's 8-2 in favor of Ocelot, so we only have 2 rounds left to play in this half, and we will kick it off. Jackus getting the first kill here. Etney also pushing through B, so getting a lot of information right now, and could even flank Duck over here at Spawn Street. Swalker gets the nade onto Undead.
Yeah, you'll have to take it solo, mate. My game crashed. I'm trying to get back in.
All right, 4-on-2 situation right now. Ocelot gets another one. It's now just Duck trying to play shortcut with the scope over towards the archway, and Coast does spot one in the arches. It's Elzoy with the Tommy gun. Gonna put him down, and so it is another round over to the likes of Ocelot. They're now up in total 9-2 with 1 round left to play in the half. So we're going to get live here. What is the last round of the half here on Coastal? Again, this is a semifinals. Winner moves on to the grand finals best of 3, which will be played pretty shortly after this. I think the other semifinals going on alongside this. So we're going to see Elzoy looking to do some crafty stuff, boosting up, looking over the tree with the scope to watch the B cross, sees it, misses his shot, sees 2 crosses, gives some information over to Ocelot what's going on. Jackus will actually even push out Coast, Copy moving across middle. So Ocelots are in the right positions, and Elzoy does get a kill on top of that boost. Has a set nade for the site that will go down as well, perhaps killing someone inside, and it does. That's Duck out of the equation as well. Elzoy continuing to rain above his opponents, jumps across, misses his shot, gets another chance, misses it, but gets the knife into Undead's chest. Probably prefers it over the sniper shot anyway. It looks a little bit better. Gives us a chuckle. And now the score is 10-2. Halftime is over. We're going to restart the server again and then switch sides. Put Ocelot onto the attacking side. As they'll be up 10-2 going into the second half.
Hopefully by then, I would have loaded into the server. I think I just got in.
All right, that's good news. Good news. No more Twitter questions, by the way, so got nothing to fill the time here.
See, you said something there that I'm going to pick you up on. You said you'd probably prefer the knife than the sniper shot. Personally, I'd rather get shot in the chest than knifed.
No, I meant if you're the one doing the kill.
Okay.
As the person dying, yeah, you definitely want to get sniped and not
So it's
knifed.
like, what? Just a nice slowly going in. Nah, I'll pass on that, bro. I'll just take the sniper shot. Put me out of my misery.
See, you took it way darker than it needed to be and like actually injected into it in a real life scenario. I just meant in game, man. Like in game, I'd rather get a knife kill. Okay, where is this going?
Seeing as we're in a World War II game, I thought of that scene from Saving Private Ryan. You know, with the knife when they're fighting upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For some reason, that just popped into my head.
Brilliant.
Yep. Love to see it. That's actually a sick movie. I need to watch that again soon.
People asking still who the commentators are. It's at Vince. Used to be known as Metis. Were you known as Metis in the COD 4 days as well? Yeah. I feel like if people knew you from COD 4, they would know Metis. So yeah, Metis. But now he goes by Vince. I'm Dust. Pretty much only casted Counter-Strike my whole life, so. But I'm having a lot of fun. It's fun casting a new game. As a commentator, it feels familiar enough to Counter-Strike to not be too hard to cover, but obviously there's a lot of differences. So it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, and we're getting towards the tail end of this map, and really getting towards the tail end of the tournament, too. We're about to reach our grand final conclusion here, and maybe just a short little bit if Ocelot keeps up this pace. Already up 10-2. Just need 3 more rounds to lock it up.
Yes. So, 10-2. It's going to be quite the comeback. Again, I'm not entirely sure what to think about Coastal as to whether it's heavily allied or Axis favored.
I think it's pretty even. But I haven't seen any competitive games on it, so I guess I don't know for sure, but it feels kind of even to me.
We don't want to try and toy with Elzoy too much.
Oh, look at this boost. Jackus, the boost of the century.
Damn.
He's already found one.
See, he's literally on top of a tree.
Yep. I've actually gotten plenty of kills from there. But now he's hopped down, so he's alone. Catches the kill on the Z-Bot. Now a one-on-one.
The boost didn't work. I ended up getting beat anyway. Is that boost easy to do? Because I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen it before.
So it's easy to get up on like the bush line and get on the little ledge to jump peak, but to actually jump into the tree and get onto the lamppost is a little bit more technical. But it's still not that hard. So, fun fact, I was the first person recorded to have hit that shot, like with video evidence. Got him. Playing the fate.
At land, mate.
Yeah.
Professional battalion player incoming. So the mates have found their mark, but it is going to be a third round all the same. And looking for more. Jackis baying for blood, and he's going to get it too. Again, Asocial pick up a round and it's instantly retorted. And it would appear the Ocelot aren't going to lose a single player unless something goes horribly wrong. Undead, not long for this world, trying to crouch his way to safety.
He's creeping up on Elzoy. He might be able to do something, but there's also a player posted up right outside the A apartments just watching this angle. I think that's going to be Swalker. And Jackus will just push up with the MP40 and do the honors of making Undead actually dead again. So it's going to be 11-3 now. Just a couple more rounds needed here for Ocelots to secure their grand finals berth. See if Asocial can challenge, though. So trying to keep an eye and see what Ocelot want to open up with. They do have Elzoy still with the scope, so I'm sure they're going to want to give him some time to maybe go for a pick towards middle or something like that. You can also move up coast and pick into alley or bottom A house. So there's a lot of options for snipers, or you go snipe B. Either way, he will do mid on his way over to the B side, it looks like. So B is the focus for Ocelots.
It's a solid smoke as well. It allows him to see close up on the stall, but also look into broken wall side as well. So Jackis is clearly very comfortable on the allied side of Coastal. They made move onto the B site, going to fake the bomb, see if they can draw out some of the Axis members just waiting around the corner. Duck peeks and he will get his life taken away from him. But Vectkin will take down the remaining two by himself. Very impressive play. And around that, I actually thought, to be honest, would be Ocelots. I didn't see them losing that one.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a couple of opening kills there from Ocelot over on the B Street. It was looking pretty good, but good response, especially Kvetkin in the end. One's out basically a 1v2. So they do hold on for now. Again, Ocelot at 12 rounds. Or no, 11 rounds, excuse me.
Yes,
Do you see Ocelot spread the map?
11-4.
Yep.
One dead, 8 health. Still somehow alive. Damage has been inflicted to SNX as well. They need to both be very careful, but they've returned some fire of their own. All 10 players still alive on the server, though, with a minute and 10 to play with. Control of the bomb under the hands of the allies.
Yeah, so we do see Etni and Elzoy working through T house here to kind of work more towards middle to meet up with Swalker, who's running up A apartments. Copy and Jack is still at the B street, but just looking to get some fights over here towards middle and connector. It seems to be what's on the cards, and there's a lot of shots popping off, and finally some kills coming out in favor of Ocelot for now. As I was always looking for Duck as well over here at the connector house. Duck trying to chase down Elzoy, pops him around a couple of times. Elzoy keeps evading, though, gets back in the connector house, and he's finding the kills. Same with Swalker. Now it's just Duck left.
And SNX must be so triggered, because Duck was right behind Elzoy as he killed SNX. Like, bro, what are you doing? He unloaded his entire clip of Beluga and wasn't able to get the kill outright. The round really could have shifted on its head had that kill have gone the way of Asocial, but woulda, shoulda, coulda. Instead, it's going to be 12-4. 8 match points. Just 8 of them, of course.
Yeah, definitely well behind is Asocial, and despite the fact they had a great little upset on Manor House V2, and maybe some people's eyes against computer players, the Ocelot team of the Czech Republic, called to players for many, many years here, are looking to move on to the grand finals here shortly. Zebok and SNX trying to see if they can prevent that, at least for now, as Ocelots do have control of the A apartments, and that set nade is going to take down Kvetkin. And Elzoy's found SNX as well, so the numbers are dwindling, but it's even back up.
Duck misses 2 shots. He really should be landing if he wants to claw his way back into this round. Looking for the wall bang. Not going to land this time. Bomb will get planted on Nate. And the proned up Etni will prove to be Undead's kryptonite. They're already calling a GG. They have absolutely no confidence in Duck at all, it would seem.
Wow. Come on now. Give some love to Duck.
It's asking so much of him, though. We've got a shotgun on the stairs. As soon as he peeks, he's dead. And Ocelot will move through to the grand finals.
Indeed, they are. And I think we are going to be taking a break between this and the grand. I'm not how long it'll be. I'm not even sure if the other semifinal is even done yet. But I know we're definitely going to have a grand finals best of 3 coming up with Ocelot and whoever comes out on the other end of the bracket. Again, we appreciate you tuning in to the first ever battalion tournament here at the Blitzkrieg Battle, a new weekly cup putting on by the Plays. So we'll have some more for you next Saturday for Europe as well. And it'll be a weekly thing, and this is just the kickoff of it all. I'm Dust. With me is Vince. We're going to be taking a break. When we come back, we'll have the grand finals for you. We may, depending on how long of a break we have until the grand finals, we may come back live before that and potentially do a little interview with Brammer or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what we can do, see what we can come up with. But we will see you shortly.